This is Tim Bryce with my column entitled More Gobbledygook. I've always found the English language rather interesting, particularly the words we use as well as the ones we do not in our vernacular. For example, I recently noticed there are several words banned as part of our political correctness, such as the F word, the N word, the C word, the R word, and the Q word. Such words are considered verboten, particularly by the press, but I don't think they'll be happy until we use the rest of the alphabet. Maybe they should just call them X words to denote their rating. Words such as homosexual and Negro are still valid words and can be found in the various dictionaries, but people generally refrain from using them. We don't seem to have a problem saying heterosexual, but balk at the use of homosexual, fearing it might offend people. Interestingly, according to Wikipedia, the word Negro denotes black in the Spanish and Portuguese languages and is still occasionally used. Technical words tend to pop up in our language, primarily for advertising purposes. A classic example of this is the Olds, Ohio Ice Guard commercial, where the announcer claimed, "No fuel line freeze-ups or Sohio pays the tow." Sohio was the Standard Oil affiliate in Ohio years ago. Theoretically, Ice Guard was an additive which protected the fuel from freezing during harsh winter conditions. It sounded good, but I always wondered about its validity as gasoline freezes around 97 degrees below zero. Interestingly, I never heard of anyone suffering from fuel line freeze-ups in the many years I lived up north. Maybe they all used Ice Guard. Surt's breath mint, which included a drop of Retsin, a trademark name for a mixture of copper gluconate, partially hydrogenated cottonseed oil, and flavoring. Whether Retsin worked or not is immaterial. Consumers flocked to the product simply because Retsin sounded scientific. There are many other examples of such hyperbole. BP touts its Invigorate gas additive, a nitrogen-enriched gasoline that claims to clean your engine, thereby making your car more fuel efficient. Chevron likewise offers Techron, a patented fuel additive consisting of gasoline mixed with polytheramine for fuel cleanliness. Ford is now offering EcoBoost, representing a family of turbocharged direct-injected engines designed for better fuel efficiency and reduced greenhouse emissions. Smith & Nephew offers Verilast technology, which is a combination of materials used in the manufacture of artificial knees to make them last longer. All of these words eventually work their way into our vernacular. The words are designed to leave positive impressions in the minds of consumers. In terms of their validity, though, well, they somehow remind me of the old commercial slogan for PF Flyers, which features the magic wedge in the heel of the shoe, allowing you to run your fastest and jump your highest. Of course, I suspect we ran just as fast and jumped just as high in our other shoes. In another area, it seems former Democratic Congressman Anthony Weiner has single-handedly popularized the word sexting, which is a merger of the words sex and texting, as used in communicating via smartphones. Basically, it replaced phone sex as used in the 20th century. The texting portion of the word is a bit of a misnomer, as text, graphics, video, and audio can all be transmitted to turn people on. I guess calling it smart sex would be an oxymoron. On television, we're now being told to send internet messages using Twitter addresses starting with the hashtag. I'm not sure where this expression comes from, but I suspect it has to do with programmers who do not exactly possess a working knowledge of the English language. The correct expression is hashmark, as it has been used for at least 100 years. I suspect the term tag was derived from the hypertext programming language, which involves a series of tags to produce a web page. As a baseball fan, I've noticed some words slipping into the description of the game over the last few years. Wheelhouse. Historically, this has referred to the pilot house of a steamboat. What this has to do with the sweet spot of a baseball player's strike zone is still a mystery to me, yet it is commonly used by announcers today. A walk-off home run is now commonly used to describe a hit which wins the game for a team. I guess something like a game-winning home run is considered passé. That reminds me. I've noticed a lot of television and radio commercials where someone says something like, well, you do this, then you do that, and voila, there you have it. It's bad enough we murder the English language. Now we're doing it to the French. It's not voila, it's voila. Don't forget the V. Friends, keep the faith. This is Tim Bryce in Palm Harbor, Florida. Follow me on the internet at timbryce.com.